Good morning. Hope everyone's having a good day so far. Here in Sarasota right now, there's actually kind of a cool breeze, nice and comfortable. But there's still the worries about from all these various journal reviews. Like I've said before, that I started keeping a day-to-day journal back in near the end of 1998. I had been worried back then because I had read predictions that from a pamphlet given to me titled "The Pope on the Secret Letter of Fatima," and they were predicting disasters that were absolutely going to occur before the end of the 20th century. So I had by then already experienced some mysterious events, but events that were of prevention apparently. And I decided to start keeping a journal because I didn't know what might happen before the end of the 20th century, and there might be other significant events that I wish that I had noted. So anyway, I started keeping a journal, and back in the beginning, having to live outside and carrying a duffel bag, a lot of it was strewn in the bottom of the duffel bag, index cards, different various packages, got kind of jumbled up or whatever, until by about 2005, I was carrying about 60 or more pounds of the stuff, you know. So I ended up packaging it and putting it away into storage, and through the years since, I've been gradually reviewing. A little while ago, actually, I was getting ready to continue a review from August of last year when I was in Denver after riding on an Amtrak. But I got sidetracked and was reminded of another item that I inadvertently noticed while reviewing other items yesterday. A review from August of 2013. The first item, first detail of it that got me a little bit concerned and remind me of some other incidents was that on the first, at about 4:30 on the afternoon of the 1st of August 2013, I was on the roadside. I forgot exactly where, but a man riding past in Sarasota County Fire Department engine number 11, resembled my father, Albert Hartman, who had staged his death back in late February of 1967. Back then, I was an 11-year-old. I didn't know anything other than that my father had died, and from then on, I didn't know anything about him. I attended the funeral. Well, anyway, the man who resembled Albert Hartman rode past in the engine saying words, "Deeds, Todds, your odds." You know, sounds kind of ridiculous, doesn't it? But about a deed of some kind, I don't know. But he's mentioning a cousin I never knew, that I've still never known, by the name of Todd Hartman, originally from Lincoln, Nebraska, a former Marine. A man alleging that particular man gets into the broadcasting confusion and says he's a gay. So anyway, I don't know what he meant by it, but in case there's any reviewing of this by others that do have resources that mentioned it, that on that day that he was riding in a fire engine, was something mentioning Todd Hartman. Odds, I don't know what he meant. Maybe a barber in Holmes Beach. I don't know. I got a haircut in a place named Oz one time. I forgot. I regretted it. Allegedly, there was some kind of chemical rubbed into my scalp that made the top of my head bald. I'm not accusing. I'm just saying that there was an allegation years later. So anyway, as I'm speaking, one of the sneaky old gays just interrupted me again. They're very arrogant about it. They just kind of set up broadcasts and they find out that they know that I'm reminding them about their earlier years of negligence and now want to accuse me of that. So anyway, then this morning I decided to go ahead and read some more of the particular review, and was reminded that the day after on the third, on the morning of the third, a man allegedly being Albert Hartman got into the whatever broadcasting confusion was occurring to want to emphasize that he considers himself a queerzist. But when I was a kid, I wouldn't have known. I didn't. So anyway, another worry occurred on the 30th. when the man who sounds like and portrayed himself as John Wayne, maybe somebody mimicking, but he wanted to sound like he was John Wayne, said some kind of emphasis of prison while saying cannibalism threat against ladies, and alleging that in prison that they're fed what he wanted to term as Italians sweet nymphs. You know, that's really bad. You know, I've heard it said before that some of the gay criminals from Salt Lake City is affiliated with a family that I never knew. That they try to put you into somewhere, and when their major objective is that early in life that they say Albert Hartman installs something in that says you're supposed to grow up to be a gay. They themselves are egotistical. You know, that they're egotistically gays. They don't accept any testimony that pertains to anything being other. They say they don't accept that I progress normally in life. They don't accept a history of being normal. And they want to put you to somewhere where instead of saying ladies, that they'd say ladles, that all they want is being fed something of ladies by other gays. They'd be using ladles. It's really very irritating. So then the man who alleges being Ed Bowering, the former Marine and police officer from Warwick, Rhode Island, was saying more of his gay Marines accusation. Very irritating. And, you know, he says he's difficult to do anything about because he's some kind of official corruption. So anyway, on the 25th, early in the afternoon of the 25th, I was reminded about something else, that a particular day in the traffic broadcasting confusion wanted to say an emphasis of this is Sprintsevat. Sprintsevat, I forget what it means exactly, but it's a Russian word. And there was a theory pertaining to the Sprint broadcasting system, wireless system, or whatever. I don't remember the details. I'm not saying accusation, but on the particular day, the particular day of the particular of the broadcasting confusion, I wanted to say this is Sprintsevat. And then he alleged that I had figured out something but didn't do anything about it, and about some Sprint advertising that showed a illuminated network across the nation. He said a threat of this pin is going to drop on all of your children. So anyway, again, I'm hearing a threat set against children. I dutifully jotted in my journal, and you know, then I have to proceed, and now I'm reviewing the matter again. So anyway, that was on the 25th, and that by the time the early night came, the broadcasting confusion had gotten egotistical and arrogant again, and a man was alleging being a former sheriff of Sarasota County by the name of Ronald. He wanted to sound very egotistic. He might be a really good man. I don't know. I don't know. Somebody just answered him in traffic broadcasting again. But on the particular night, he was wanting to say things like, this monch stars, and you'll have the partner. You know, some more of the egotism about commenting from a person's, you know, in acting. And on a particular night, unfortunately, the man getting into the confusion sounded like and portrayed himself as actor Roger Moore, who then said a taunt, kind of wanted to sound gay about it, saying that he'd eat another girl and want to say the word James Bauer. You know? Really irritating. You know, I was always just being normal and caring about children. You know? So anyway, Bill Love interrupts and interjects again, says an old Ramadan slogan of his for whatever reason. And, well, that's about all, but by about 9:15 on a particular night, was really the man who sounds like Ronald Reagan. He portrayed himself as being Ronald Reagan at the station death in 2005. Very elaborate. I don't want to speculate about it. Lines of hundreds, thousands of Americans respecting the former president during the funeral. Maybe somebody mimics him, but anyway, on the particular night, the man alleging being Ronald Reagan said words including, would we have ever been elected in if we had, about him being secretly gay affiliation, that the man portraying himself as Reagan speculated that he wouldn't have ever gotten elected if he had been overt about what his gay orientation had been. So anyway, he said that, and then he wanted to say an assertion that goes back to the origin of some controversy, end of '84, early '85 in Holmes Beach, when after he said would he have ever been elected in if his orientation had been known, and then said an emphasis of this is Jeffries. Again, he was saying the name Jeffrey, and another one would say it at the same time, and they're talking about a young gay in Holmes Beach who at the time was a teen, and it has been alleged that that particular teen by the name of Jeffrey, the man allegedly being Ronald Reagan has cited as being associated with, had first been a young teen associate of my younger sister, Charlene Love, whom I hope is all right. But I had warned her against the particular young gay. But years since, it's alleged that the particular Holmes Beach Jeffrey, who lived in a big pink condominium in Holmes Beach, became active in politics that was associated with Ronald Reagan and Ronald Reagan's son. I don't know. Anyway, that's about all, except for then there was other threat against children. That some of the abusers wanted to use a slogan of tunes, doves, fish. Tunes, dove, that they sounded like maniacs. Tunes, dove, fish. Tunes, doves, fish. Doves, referring to kids as being nothing but doves, fish. And they were referring to implants and use as being bullets. I'm always just for the children being safe, but I am seeking to be a candidate for 16th district in Congress here, and there's a lot of good work that had to be set aside through the years that might really be important. And I think if I became a congressman, a lot of matters would be made known to the people that wouldn't have otherwise been known, and the people would be a lot better informed and a lot safer for a better future. Have a good day.